You're very welcome back to the Saturday AM kitchen, where we're taking a salad with a twist.
Doing the honours is Neal Kearns from the Castleknock Hotel and Country Club. Good morning, Neal.
Good morning, Neal.
Plenty on the menu for us today. What are we going to start with?
Loads to do, right. I'm going to actually get one of you to give me a hand.
Do it.
What we're going to do is we're going to make a...
Backs away straight away.
Like a light. Right, I'm
Don't want to ruin my top.
I'm going to give you the microplane, and I'm going to get you to grate egg for me.
Cycling.
All right, be careful of your fingers.
So this is a tuna.
This is a tuna niçoise. So what we're going to do is we're going to just be careful of your fingers there.
Do you want the whole thing, chef?
Yes, please. We're going to grate egg. We're going to make a nice little egg mayo with some chive. Then we're going to sear a piece of tuna. We're going to use fresh tuna for this, and then all the bits and pieces I have here in front of me: green beans blanched off, Kalamata olives, baby peppers. Roasted sesame seeds, roasted pumpkin seeds, cherry tomatoes, and we're going to make it with a kind of a hoisin dressing. So while you're doing that,
I know it's hard to believe, Laura, and Neal, but I do like a salad.
Just the one.
I know, I do, but the only salad, my favourite salad is a niçoise salad.
Really?
Yep.
I love it too, but I've never made it with fresh tuna. I've always just got the canned stuff, which is...
I'm the same. I've never used fresh stuff.
This is a dish that we do in the restaurant in the hotel, so, and it smells like hotcakes. Brilliant, actually.
So very fresh, obviously.
Yeah, just half that one, please.
You mentioned hoisin sauce as well,
Right,
so
we're
it's
going
an
to dress it
oriental
with a hoisin
type
sauce,
thing.
so I'm going to make the dressing now. We've got about 150 grams of hoisin in there.
I've never grated an egg in my life.
You're doing very well.
I've grated an Easter egg over a banoffee before.
You did you?
Oh, I did, yeah.
You got the grated Easter egg over banoffee, because the banoffee wasn't enough?
No, I was dressing my banoffee with some chocolate, and I had about 37 Easter eggs in the fridge. So I said, how can I use them up now economically? I guess I'm not going to grate it over the banoffee.
You are just disgusting.
Right, that's loads there. Right, in there I put in olive oil, hoisin, and a little bit of raspberry vinegar. You don't have to use raspberry vinegar, you can use red wine vinegar, white wine vinegar, whatever.
My kids are mad for hoisin sauce.
Really?
Get a real sweetness to it. They'll gobble up their chicken or rice, whatever it is. Yeah.
That's pretty much it. We'll put a little bit more olive oil in there just to loosen it up.
Yeah.
You want it just dressed. And we're going to dress the salad with this, and then we'll put a little bit over the fresh tuna as well.
Okay.
And it's as simple as that.
And are you going to sear the tuna? Or
we're going to sear the tuna off. Tuna takes literally minutes, not even minutes, seconds to cook. So we're literally going to fire it for 15 seconds each side. Into that egg, I'm going to put a bit of fresh chive.
Lovely.
And then a little bit of mayo.
I'd never think of serving a salad up when friends come over, but actually when you're putting in all of this effort...
This is one of the it's brilliant for the family. You can get a large board or whatever and put everything pretty much on the middle of the table, and everybody can help themselves. It's one of those things as well that you don't have to serve it sort of as a starter. You can basically have your main course, have your salad all out on the table, ready to go.
Or just give them salad. You could do that, yeah.
A little bit of salt in there.
You don't want to be getting eggs out of the bed sheets or anything.
No, true.
Stay downstairs.
It's not grated egg.
No.
A microplane in my bedroom is not a good thing, really.
Right.
So what are we putting in a bit
for
of
a
mayo?
little bit of mayo, I'm just going to basically mix it around. And that's basically it.
That and a bit of brown bread.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Delicious.
So fresh.
Right. So we'll put that aside, and that's ready to go.
Okay.
Right.
And next for your
hot pan. A little bit of oil in the hot pan, and I'll put my salt. A little bit of salt over the tuna. And like I said, we're literally going 15 seconds each side. This is going to be seared on the outside and kind of nice and pretty much raw on the inside.
Question, there's no danger of poisoning anyone if it's raw on the inside?
No, not at all.
I mean,
this is kind of, it is pretty much. Absolutely not. It's one of those, tuna's one of those fish that you can serve it like a steak. We don't serve it kind of medium rare, so it's nice and moist. If you actually overcook it, it goes very tough and
dry. Yeah.
So you lose the flavour that's there.
I can't believe how quick you'd be able to cook that.
Yeah, I mean, it's all in the prep, really.
Absolutely. Now, take. In the restaurant, we use micro herbs and stuff like that. So I'm going to actually use that today, and I'm going to plate it up like we do in the park restaurant. So you're just taking a little bit of leaf.
So this is on the menu out there, is it?
This is on the menu.
Cool.
Now we'll just turn this.
That was literally what? Wait a second.
So quickly. I rarely cook with fish. I'm not good at cooking fish.
No, I think I'm the same. I think any home chef, well, I'm just nervous of overcooking it.
That's the thing about this.
Undercooking it and then people get sick.
Yeah.
That's the nice thing about this salad is, in fairness, it's literally as long as you keep in your head 15 seconds, 15 seconds, 15 seconds, you're all good. A little bit of micro coriander.
Because that, of course, requires no cooking. So happy
parsley.
Yeah.
And then these are pea shoots. And a little bit of stir. Oh, Cooker's turned off in a sec.
Happy days.
Well, it was 15 seconds anyway.
Yeah.
We're grand.
Yeah, raw.
And a little bit of nasturtium in there.
Nasturtium.
Yeah.
Never heard of it, Jim.
No.
Nasturtium is the flour.
Oh, it was an abbey. Nasturtium abbey.
Nasturtium, yeah.
Yeah, nasturtium
Right.
abbey down at the end. 7.
In there, a few olives. Basically break them apart.
We don't like the olives.
Oh, I do love olives.
No.
You don't like them, can I pick?
Yeah, we're going.
Nice.
You like olives?
Yeah.
I'd have a tuna in East without olives.
Absolutely, it's part of it.
Yes, you can.
Right, a little bit of green bean. All I've done is basically blanch these in salted water, and they still have a little bit of a bite in them.
So you're in and out just for 2 minutes. 1 minute
Literally,
even.
as soon as basically you put them in hot boiling salted water, and then bring them back to the boil, literally leave them 30-40 seconds, and then take
You
them
want
out.
to keep the colour.
And then this is just about ready now.
Oh, look, doing the sides. Clever.
Oh, sure, listen. God's
And
in the detail.
Absolutely. Right, these are little baby peppers
Look at the little baby peppers.
and cherry tomatoes. These cherry tomatoes are marinated in a little bit of olive oil, and we basically blanch and peel them.
That's a lot of work.
difficult. This is it, as I said, this is in the restaurant,
This is
so
restaurant.
you don't have to do it.
We're killed for time,
Right,
Neal.
so we'll hurry up and plate it up now.
Lovely.
I didn't want to say that.
A little bit of dressing.
Nice. Happy days.
And we have our egg mayo here, freshly made.
I'm just going to.
And then how would you present the tuna? Would you slice it or just place it on top?
We'll slice the tuna and we'll put it alongside the salad.
That's, I mean, start to finish, that's what, 5 minutes?
It was literally 5.5 minutes, yeah. And how many people now?
Basically, this I'm just doing up
Me.
one portion, but with all the ingredients on the recipe and stuff, you'll easily feed a family of 4.
So leave, basically, is what you're saying.
I'll taste. You go ahead there, Laura. I'll taste.
Oh, you're so
seriously,
kind. Neal,
least
thanks a
I
million
can do.
for
And
the
then-
moment. Slice it up there and plate
Slice
up.
it
We're going to take a quick break now. Thanks to Neal there. You're going to be back later on. Up next, it's one of the most nerve-wracking days of our lives. I remember it well. I love the Leaving Cert so much. I did it twice. We have advice from students waiting on their Leaving Cert results. Thanks, Neal.
No worries.
Look at that.
Oh, welcome back to the kitchen. Earlier, we made a salad. Well, we didn't. He did.
A
She
salad.
ate it, he made it. But now, let's move on to the main course.
Neal Kearns from the Castleknock Hotel and Country Club has stayed with us. Lovely fresh ingredients used in our niçoise salad.
Yes.
What's for mains?
Now we're going with a bit of pork belly. There's a good bit of work involved in this, so pretty much this sort of dish
Do you want to put me to work?
Absolutely. I'm going to get you to peel some carrots for me.
So this was a good idea at the time when you came up with the menu, and now the realisation
completely. Right.
of making
So
pork belly. 6 minutes.
This
Go for
lad
it.
is pretty much 24 hours in advance. We're going to take the pork belly. If you get the butcher to basically take the bone off for you, we'll keep the bone, we use it as a trivet. In here I have about, if you can concentrate there, thanks.
Shut that
So we have sugar, salt and smoked paprika in here.
lovely.
Right? This is basically, we're going to cover the whole pork in it.
Okay.
And we're going to cover this lad as well, the trivet.
That right, chef?
Nice trivet.
That's loads, thank you.
Nice trivet.
Right, that lad then cling filmed 24 hours into the fridge.
Okay.
When you take
24
it out of the fridge,
So it all
then-
soaked in.
all soaked in, and you're going to wash it off, right? So you wash off the salt mix, and you can see pretty much it's started to cure the salt and the sugar and
It's all
smoked
right putting
paprika
water
into it.
on the pork. I've heard not to put water in chicken.
Oh no, it's kind of no, it hasn't been cooked yet, so it's completely raw.
it's
So
fine.
wash all the salt, otherwise it'll just be far too salty, right? That lad's ready to go. Into a tray, we have a bit of onion, carrot, herbs. And then your bones will go underneath as well. Pretty much as you cook that, we're going to braise it in a little bit of cider.
No.
So pour the cider
Cider.
straight over, and
This is an ambitious recipe, isn't it, sir?
Yeah, but these are they're kind of natural bedfellows, pork and cider, and pork
Absolutely.
and apples, isn't it?
then into that little bit of greaseproof,
I love this kind of cooking. Though.
and wrap it in tin foil. And then that lad is going to go into the oven on a low heat, about 140, 150 degrees, for about 3 hours.
How much
Alright?
or how big is the pork that you're
For
using?
a family of 4, I'd say 1.2 kilo piece is lashings.
Pork
that-
belly expensive now?
No, pork belly is very, very cheap. You're looking at about kind of €3-4 a kilo maximum.
Wow, really?
Yeah. With that today, we're going to do a shaved carrot pickled salad sort of job. So in this lad, I have carrot juice and orange juice and a little bit of water. To that, I'm going to add coriander seed and star anise. So the idea with this recipe is when you marinate the pork and stuff, you actually make the carrots the day before, so you give them a day to mature in the pickle. All right.
Oh, nice.
Pretty much with that, all you need to do is basically peel carrots and straight in. Say a large carrot, normal sized carrots will cook for about kind of 3 to 4 minutes. Baby carrots I have here peeled, we'll cook them. You're just bringing it to the boil for about a minute and a half, and these lads, the shavings that you just did for me.
A minute and a half.
Basically, yeah, because then the pickle liquor is going to kind of eat its way through over the 24 hours. You're basically just all in, and then once it's come to the boil, 1 minute, take it off, again into the fridge, leave all it, done and dusted.
Okay.
When you have the next day, pretty much you take it out, you can actually feel the consistency of it. The pickle has eaten all the way through the carrot.
Oh, the slippery.
Completely different.
Very different, isn't it?
Slippery carrot.
With this then pretty much your pork is one I prepared earlier.
Please be upstanding for the pork belly.
So,
I still can't get over the price point on that.
pork belly is very, very good. As you can see, basically, the pork, the trivet, all the juices have gone into the cider. Now, with that, I'll strain it off and we reduce it down. I'd roast off the bones and stuff like that in the restaurant. And we make it into a kind of a nice thick jus, and we're going to serve a bit of that with it as well. All right.
So this is definitely a dish to prep the day before.
Day
you're having
before,
people
and
over.
it's actually really easy cooking then the next day. With this, we're just going to add a little bit of chopped coriander, a little bit of chopped basil into our salad.
Let me chop some for you, chef.
Please, actually, work away there.
You're
And
very
then,
respectful of our chef.
The man had training. He went to the trouble of getting trained, Laura. This is his position in life as a chef.
I'm not going to argue with you with that knife.
No, not with a knife.
right, off you go. Just wash the fingers. I'm going to use some of the micro herbs that I had earlier as well.
Fancy.
And
That's your guess, huh?
And with this, I've done a few spuds.
I don't want a bloody dish. You've done spuds. That what other?
Pretty much, you can do whatever you want. You could just do mash. You could do potato gnocchi or something like that if you want.
Pork belly would be very rich though. Pork belly and a bit of mash might be nice.
Absolutely, or you can actually leave it and shred it, and you can put it through a bit of pasta or something like that. That's brilliant. Straight in there,
Why certainly, chef.
and a little bit of olive oil.
So they're just roast potatoes, are they? And
They're
you put
just
some
roast potatoes.
Oil and coriander. Or
Oil,
something?
and I'm going to finish them with a bit of
Bit of
fresh
rosemary,
chive,
I think it's in there,
Rosemary.
Laura.
a bit of
and thyme.
rosemary,
Bit of rosy.
a few chives, a bit of basil. Right, I'm going to plate up on that board.
Oh, good
Oh,
timing.
lovely.
Right. So that's the nice thing about this is you can literally day before prep everything, and then you
Day
leave the day of. You're literally cooking the pork and whatever potato or whatever you want to serve with it. Get that out of the way. I'll take a little bit of the liquor that we had from the pickle, and we'll just dress the carrots with it.
Beautiful.
And in terms of slicing into the pork, how do you make sure that it doesn't disintegrate?
In fairness, with the pork belly, because you've got so much fat and sinew and it's been cooked like that, it holds itself together very
can
well.
slice easily.
Yeah, it's kind
Okay.
of good sharp knife and basically just straight down the middle, and you're happy out.
Lovely. Plating up here, and what I love about this, it's such a colourful dish visually. I mean, we eat with our eyes, don't we?
Again, it's one of those ones that literally pile it up on a board or a large plate, put it in the middle of the table, and everybody can
And now the
tuck
main
in.
event, the star of the show, Mr. Pork Belly, ladies and gentlemen.
Lovely.
Welcome to the show, Mr. Pork Belly.
Like I said, family of four, one piece. That's a kind of perfect portion size. Straight down.
No, I think. Well, with everything else as well, she'd be full up. And your tuna
you
niçoise.
wonderful,
And your tuna.
You did
And
great
a
with the
little
carrot,
bit.
didn't you?
Yeah.
A
That was
little
your
bit.
contribution to the dish.
Well, I've helped, Laura. You know. A lovely bit of jus.
That looks delicious. Thank you, Neil.
Which is good to go.
You made that look so easy. I'm sure it's not.
As always. I shall read this before I eat that.
Do, good idea.
We've a treat for dog lovers next. Andrea Hayes is here with a host of pooches.
Can't wait. Dig in. Thanks, Neil.